Hey coaches, Sally Garcia here with some tips on how to keep a master list or a Mack Daddy list. That's what I like to call it. So my Mack Daddy list, I'm just going to give you a quick overview of what this looks like. I have my friends' first name, last name, and email address. Those three things are super important for me. All right, that email address and their name, their full name. Now, attached to that, you can add a phone number and preferably a mobile number so that you can send text messages to. So I'm just going to get right into it. If you feel like your list is not big enough, then I think you're wrong, actually. I think that you need to go through your Facebook list and start contacting all your friends for their email addresses. Now that's a really simple way to get new email addresses, okay? So go down the list, and even if you post something and say, hey, I'm gonna start a new support group, I would love to have you join my group. Please leave your email address in the comments below. When you do things like that and you give your friends on Facebook a call to action, you're asking them to do something, and your hope is they respond. And usually something like that, they most likely will. All right, so that's a great way for you to open up a new challenge group and get an email. All right, here's another tip. So if you have an email address, right? Like I'm coachsalg@gmail.com, and I'm sure you do too. I'm sure you have an email set up. You have an address book, okay? So think about your address book from work, from any customers you may have, if you do have a full-time job, from previous businesses that you've worked at, like your old career. Add all those into your Mack Daddy list. I can't tell you this enough. As soon as that light bulb went off right here, boink, for me, I was like, oh my gosh, I definitely know more than 100 people. I used to sell board level components in the electronic business. And in that industry, I made a ton of contacts. I was in sales. So I knew a lot of people. I had their name, first, last, email address. I had their work address. I had their phone number, usually a mobile number. So I downloaded every single person I knew. Guess what? 2,300 people I added to my Mack Daddy list. Guess what I do with them every single month? They still hear from me, even though I'm not in sales in the electronic industry. They still hear from me and they still remember me. And a lot of them have become my customer. Why? Because I send out a monthly newsletter to my Mack Daddy list, guys. It's so awesome. This is what you need to start doing. Add to your list, your contact list, and call it that Mack Daddy list, because that's the list that's going to make you money. It's going to grow your business, and you're going to touch so many other lives, more lives than you can imagine. Anytime you send out a newsletter or bi-weekly little blog, whatever it may be, always have a call to action, okay? On Facebook, ask for their email, support challenge group. I need your email. Comment below with your email address. And on Instagram, you can do this on Pinterest. Whatever it may be, you need to start gathering and just collect all these names with email addresses and mobile phone numbers. What are you going to do with a mobile phone number? Well, guess what? You can text message, group message these people saying whatever it is you want to say to them. Hey, quick tip for lunch. Let's, have something healthy, and here it is. You got to tell people what to do, because then otherwise they're going to be like, okay, something healthy. What am I going to eat? So be very direct and short with text messages. On the end of your text message, say, if you want more like this, send me your email address. Or if you want more details on how to get this recipe, give me your email address. Then, reply with your email address. It's so simple, but sometimes it takes someone telling us, and then that light bulb goes off. So I hope this helps you gather everybody you know into that Mack Daddy list. Ask people for, referrals, or your brother, your sister, your cousin, your mom, your dad. Ask them to introduce you to people. and get the information. The quickest way is through social media. If you have a friend or family member, ask them to introduce you to so-and-so, and then you develop that relationship. So again, gather, that big Mack Daddy list equals business. Love you guys.